Hey, welcome back. Just out here at the other farm, just in some wheat, just here waiting for the boom spray to fill up. Yeah, job's looking pretty good out here. We're going to put a wild oat spray and fungicide on this, probably, today. We'll get to some of it today, we might not get to all of it, but no, it's all ticking along pretty well. There's probably a little bit of residual chemical damage here just from the broadleaf spray that Tony did while I was away, but no, it's all looking good. Rain forecast for the end of the week's a bit so-so at the moment. Look, hopefully we can just jag, it'd be good to jag 10, 20 or 30 mil, but at the very least hopefully we can get 10 and just keep things ticking along. They've got huge potential, these crops, so we just need some sort of a spring to get them going. So anyway, we'll get this boom filled up. It's, when you do an in-crop spraying, we don't tend to, sometimes, like I'll put 30 litres of chemical in and then I need 6,500 litres of water, so I spend more time standing around waiting for the tank to fill. We've still got a bit to go. Yeah, no panic. No, we've still got, I don't know, 2,000 litres to go yet. So Brendan, he's just feeding a few stock. We've got, which I haven't showed you as I was going to, we've got some the ewes and lambs that are on the grazing wheat. We've got them actually locked on a block, with electric fences. So it's found up top of a drum. So we've got a trough and tank set up there for them, so they've got water. And he's just been taking over a bit of straw on that as well, but we've got to fill the tank up every 3 or 4 days. There's about 2,200, 2,300 sheep there, and we've got a 5,000 litre tank on a trailer that we're sort of filling up every 3 or 4 days, so you can work out what they're drinking. So, but no, slight wind. It's going to it'll probably be, I don't know, 17 or 18 degrees again by the time day's done. It's only about 10:45 now, so we'll get this filled up. So 100 litre work, so it's a little bit slower, but yeah, just chasing the wild oats on this couple of paddocks of barley here. So we've got about 85 hectares to do, so it'll take us probably 2.5 hours, something like that, to do it. By the time we come back and fill again, we'll do 65 hectares on a load, so we'll get the first paddock done and probably get the headland done on the second block here. So anyway, we'll get filled up and get cracking. The barley's coming along pretty well. I probably should have showed you. You can see along the edge of the trees here, it's starting to go, crop's starting to go off. The trees are sucking the moisture out, so it can rain any time it wants to. But we're about 14 kilometres an hour, so you get a chance to take it all in and see what the crop's doing. But all looks pretty good. Just need to add rain. Barley's all finished onto the wheat, so just doing the first headland. We're up a gear, we're doing 80 litre work now, so we can go a bit quicker, which is good. But it has warmed up quite a bit outside actually. So again, we're chasing wild oats here, or black oats, and then putting a fungicide out as well, and we've got a bit of wetter in the mix as well, just to make it all stick. So one thing I did do, I think I did mention it, we broke the cable on the float on the side tube on the tank. Just tells us how full the tank is. And stupid me this morning, I went to town and got another bit of cable. Just got a little, wouldn't even be 3 mil, 2.5 mil cable. And rather than measuring out the old cable, I've just pulled the float right to the top. Or no, dropped the float right to the bottom of the tank. And it's got a little weight in the tube, and I thought, that's the top of it. And anyway, it's about a foot too short. So rather than saying I've got 6,700 litres in the tank when it's full, it's only telling me it's got 6,000. So I'll have to get another bit of cable. Anyway, I just thought of before, you idiot, you should have just measured the old bit of cable and done it that way. So I did have plenty of cable, actually cut it shorter. So I'll have to start again on that job, but anyway, I've sort of worked it out it doesn't matter doing full loads, but yeah, I can sort of work it out where we are. I won't need a full load to finish here, so yeah, anyway, it's always something, but I need to get some more cable. Look at here, I've got canola through the fence, and it just shows the different growth stages. Some of the a couple of other paddocks that were sown was probably more soil type. A couple of other paddocks that were sown a couple of days beforehand are probably 10% flower, maybe. Yeah, not quite. That hasn't got a flower at all, and it was sown, oh Christ, I don't know, the day after or 2 days later, so it just slowed it, like it's all there, like crop looks consistent and that sort of thing, but again, it's just when we've had the rain and when it's emerged, so, you know, again, I think I said in the last video, we'd done a fungicide on our canola by this time last year. That's still 3 weeks away, so adjust the budgets, adjust the budgets. Yeah, look, hopefully spring's kind and we get a bit of a show with the weather, because some of these are going to need, you know, potential now that could be 1.5 tonnes maybe at a guess. Yeah, it's hard to know. But anyway, so another one I'll just mention, probably useless fact, we've got an AB line in most paddocks now around the fences, so in here I can just press next and I haven't got to steer it. Yeah, around the outside I've got to turn it at the corners. We can actually get an unlock put in this, so they call it next swath or something, so it will actually turn at the headlands. But yeah, it makes it easy once you get that initial one in, so you're not putting the boom in the fence and that sort of thing. Yeah, we can go around confidently knowing that we're not going to catch the fence and that sort of thing. So, but yeah, anyway, lovely day. Crops look good. Spraying all done, so we're sort of crop spraying's all up to date now, which is good. I just want to, these ewes here in this pasture paddock are going to probably go this week, and then we'll do a clean on it, just tidy some weeds up there, and hopefully we might cut a bit of hay or something if the spring rain comes. But yeah, crops are consistent and they're good, as I keep saying, but we just need that bit of spring, so hopefully we get a bit at the end of the week. Yeah, so anyway, I'm going to this big tank's about half full, so I'll get in and turn the solar pump on, and yeah, that'll be about the day then. Morning, foggy start again. Just heading out on the telehandler. I've got this truck coming to get a load of straw in an hour, so yeah, we'll get out there and we've got a stack in beside a crop of canola, so I'm going to pull it out, just run them out so we can get the truck in there a bit easier. So yeah, it'll be a quick trip. It's supposed to clear up. It's going to be, I just listened to the radio then, it's going to be 20, 21 degrees today, something like that. So I think that once the fog burns off, it's going to be a nice enough day. But yeah, it's thick enough here for starters. So anyway, we'll get out here and see what we can find. So we've got 42 bales there, so we get, that's how many we get on a single drop deck trailer, and I think about 60 or something on a B double. So old mate's running an hour late, so I'm gonna grab the tractor and boom spray and take it home. I don't know whether the fog's lifting or it's getting thicker. It's yeah, it's actually not that cold, but yeah, it was cooler. It was probably clearer when I was bringing the telehandler out here. So anyway, but we've got to come back out. We've got, as I mentioned, got stock agent coming this morning to have a draft up of these old ewes that we're going to send to market. So he's going to be here about midday. So Brendan and I will come back out together, and excuse me, we can, yeah, one of us can load the truck, and then the other bloke can get the sheep in and yeah, deal with them. So it's yeah, not the end of the world that he's running late. Probably works out a bit better, to be honest. So, anyway, we'll leg it up the hill. The truck's here, Brendan's loading him. Agent's rung, he's running early, so it's all going to work out pretty well. Get these up to the yards, and a few that are a bit shitty on the backside, so before we send them we'll have to probably crutch a few, but we'll bring the little cordless crutcher out, handpiece out, and yeah, just blow a few dags off them. Sit down, sit down. Sit down. Jesse. Sit down. Sit, bugger. Sit down. Sit. Hello. We're back at the shed, so we ended up with agent spoon. We ended up with 163 ewes. We're going to have another draft up here at home tomorrow. I think still just talking to him and bouncing a few ideas about what we're going to do with our ewes. Thinking we might just sell the older ones and hang on. So we've got 4 and 5 and 3-year-olds. So what we're sort of thinking, we'll sell the 5-year-olds and then just hang on to the 2 and 3-year-olds, and yeah, obviously run the 4-year-olds around again, and yeah, just keep an eye on their feet and that sort of thing, rather than sort of tipping them out like the ones with the feet that aren't real crash hot. Well, their feet are all right, but structurally they're a bit wonky, or they got a long toe or something like that. So yeah, and just keep an eye out, and we might be able to start and look for replacements going forward. But yeah, I'm just not 100% sure what. We've got about 1,250 ewes now, so I think we'll come back to about, just sort of guessing, around that 800. So yeah, we'll just wait and see. And at the moment we've got a bit of calf pasture and that we need to renovate and that sort of thing. So 800 might be plenty for the time being. But yeah, we'll I am intending on going up north at some point in time to have a look around up there and have a look at a few sales. So and just see what else is about. So anyway, that's where we're up with the sheep. But yeah, we'll have another draft up here at home in the morning. One thing I have bought, I've never been able to whistle. So I've actually gone and bought a whistle. I can't whistle with it either. So I've had it in my mouth, blowing away. I sound like a drunk magpie at the moment. So yeah, it might just help with working dogs, the dogs going forward. I am looking probably at the end of the year, I want to get another pup, just so we've got a bit of a succession plan in place with our working dogs. So yeah, we'll get this year out of the road and get harvest out of the road, and then yeah, we might get on the lookout for another working pup as well. So but yeah, that whistle, I thought, oh yeah, we'll just turn up. It's actually come from UK, this thing. So yeah, it's quite fancy little jigger, but yeah, just need to work out how to drive it now. So, anyway, All right, so we're back here at the workshop, so I'm just going to tip away here for a couple of hours, do a bit more on this. So effectively I'm going to do what I've done here on the other side. I'll cut that off, cut that bevel off, and tack that other one on, and then yeah, we might even look at cutting these off through there, and yeah, just to keep this job ticking over, and then hopefully later on the week, if it does happen to rain, we can spend a bit more time on it. So I've got the other one tacked up. So what I'm going to do now, I'll cut these. I'm going to cut them off just so I can roll them around a bit better, and I'll try and do all the welds in a flat position rather than running verticals and that, just to try and really get the strength into it. So these axles are pretty bloody heavy, so I don't know. I've just put that around there with the little tractor. Brendan's got the telehandler, so I'm only guessing where the pivot point and the weight is. So yeah, we'll just see how it goes. Hopefully it doesn't come crashing down. Oh, that wasn't too bad. I just grabbed a trestle just to stick under this side because I reckon it might have tipped over on me. So yeah, so that's what it looks like. So that's the end of the stub axle there with the plate in it. So I don't know what I'll do there. I probably won't do much. Might just leave it, or we just probably just cap it off just to seal it off to stop crap getting in there. Yeah, so we'll sit this one out of the road here for a minute and then cut the other one off, and then we can get this frame out. And it's actually, the sun's come out, it's quite warm here working on the concrete, so I might even shuffle them in a bit further out of the sun, so I'm in the shade. That's what we're looking at. So the angles probably work out not too bad. I should have thought about it, but there's caster wheels on the back of the windrower, so I should have went and measured the angle on what they were running. So anyway, that's all right. I think by probably more good luck than good management, I think that angle will work out pretty well. So I'll bring the other one in here in a minute. We'll just lay them down. I'll see how I go, whether I start and weld them out today, but yeah, I'll try and we've obviously got a plate at the top of this, so yeah, I'll have to cut another hole with the oxy. I'm just going to get some light plate from town just to cap the ends of them, and then yeah, I'll just have to work out how whether we're going to guss it in there just to strengthen that side of it up, but I can't see why it shouldn't work. Yeah, so now, and then yeah, just got to get on and get those bushes machined up, and yeah, we should be well on our way. We just need a couple of wet days because there's probably stuff outside that I could be doing rather than being in here now that the sun's shining. So anyway. So on the fillets, I'll just run a 3-run fillet weld. So just a bit of chalk for you. So essentially you just run one run there, another one there, and then another one over the top. Pretty stock standard. Yeah, and then I'll just see what we do on these other ones. I'll probably have to run 2 or 3 runs in there because there's a fair gap there with the radius. But yeah, that's pretty standard, and yeah, we'll give not pretty good strength, we'll give good strength. Yeah, so I'll just chip away here and roll it round, and yeah, I don't know how much more I'll do. Brendan brought a front tyre back off the backhoe there before. It's got a puncture in it, so I might run into town shortly before knock off time, and yeah, he can get it picked up in the morning, so we're good to go tomorrow. Although that might nearly do for this one. So I've done the 4 welds around that side, down the bottom, and yeah, I'll get the loader, and we've got a bit of a gap there, so I'll get the loader and hang this up so I can get that flat. And then yeah, I can get I'll do 3 runs around the bottom of that pivot shaft, and then yeah, that's pretty well done. And then it's just a case I've got to cut the plate. I'll put one big plate across the top there, I think, just to give it a bit extra strength. And then what we do in here with a bit of a gusset, yeah, I might even lift it up and roll one of the wheels under and just make sure we're going to have, I don't want to put a big gusset in there and it catches the wheel. So just to make that, make sure that's all going to work all right. And then the other thing I need to, when I've got the wheel on, I just need to work out a height then of where, how our axle's going to play through here, and whether I've got to sort of stack the axle or what we've got to do to get our heights right. So yeah, it's coming along, and yeah, so there's probably, whether I sort of get up a few early mornings, there's a good 2 or 3 hours possibly machining these bushes. So I'll just wait and see what the weather does. But now that hopefully the lathe's working properly, it shouldn't take that long at all, because what was happening the other day was every time the lathe would stop, I'd bust the end off the carbide tip, and then you'd have to start again. So it was yeah, a bit of a pain in the bum, but anyway. Yeah, anyway, we're rocking along, but yeah, we'll just keep chipping away at it. Otherwise, it'll get to corn planting time, and we'll be wanting to use it. Just actually, Miranda rang. If you haven't been a long time watcher, she's our summer crop agronomist. She's been really good for the channel, because I've got her on and explained. She's been really good explaining what's going on. So she just called. We're going to put in a corn order for corn seed. So she's not thinking, well, we pretty well made the decision on the rice, so we'll probably forget about that one. So we're looking at, I had it added up a minute ago, we're looking at about 85, 90 hectares of corn this year. So some early stuff, and then we'll put some late stuff in under the irrigator after we get the canola off. So yeah, so no, it should be good. We get a bit of a plan in place. We know what we're doing then. So I think we'll just bite the bullet and start and prepare for all corn and no rice. So yeah, anyway, but no, till next time, we've got yeah, agents coming back out again in the morning, draft more ewes up. So yeah, we'll be back into the sheep work in the morning. I'm still practicing my whistle I've got it here hanging around my neck, so any spare time I get on walking around, I'm whistling to myself. But I am starting to get a bit of a noise out of it, but I think it'll be a while before I get too carried away with videoing it. So anyway, righto, thanks again. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.